Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford. Why Terence Crawford?
I don't think he's as good as people say he is. I mean, you could debate me on that. I think I'm a better fighter.
Fight him. I'll beat the shit out of him. I feel like in my heart. And
Ryan Garcia was also scolded by Terence Crawford for not considering him a formidable opponent.
I would love to fight you. I feel like I would literally beat the shit out of you. You're a good fighter, but I don't think you've ever fought somebody with talent and explosiveness and power.
No, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro.
Crawford has long been the target of Ryan Garcia's criticism. Even prior to his altercation with Devin Haney, Crawford had almost little in return. Ryan Garcia continued by claiming that Crawford's lack of interest made him overrated.
I'm in my prime. He didn't look good his last fight. I can fight him at 154 if he wants it.
So you truly think that Terence Crawford's overrated?
I do.
Well, he's never lost, but you think he doesn't have any quality wins?
I don't think he's ever fought a generational talent ever in his life.
Wow, and you're that guy.
Of course.
You think you're the first guy to give Terence Crawford his first loss?
Terence Crawford has spoken out about the cruel things Ryan Garcia has been posting online. Ryan Garcia Crawford believes the undefeated champion wouldn't know how to defeat someone like him because he hasn't faced somebody with true power.
You beat Sean Porter. Sean Porter is a great fighter, but kind of basic. Errol Spence Jr. came off a crash. Don't think he's that good. Have you fought anybody with one-punch knockout power? No. So I feel like Bud Crawford is over.
Terence Crawford was confronted by Ryan Garcia during a live performance on X Spaces. When Garcia was at his best, Crawford talked confidently to Crawford, telling him that if he accepted to fight him, it would be the most money Crawford has ever earned in his career. In an audacious attempt to take on the undefeated champion, TC declared him dull and uninteresting.
And I would actually fight him. There's a difference. I would actually fight him. Now, if he doesn't want it, that's not my fault. If he doesn't think it's a match, that ain't my fault. He's not a draw. He doesn't bring anything to the table. He's boring as. But I would probably give him the biggest payday of his life if he.
Recall that Ryan Garcia has been talking about a fighter with a perfect record of 41-0 with 31 knockouts. He has won world titles in 3 different weight classes: lightweight, WBO title, light welterweight, where he became the undisputed champion with all 4 major titles: WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF, and welterweight. In 2023, he unified the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO titles in the welterweight division, solidifying his status as one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in boxing history. Terence Crawford's longtime trainer and strategist, Brian "Bulk" McIntyre, dismissed the potential fight between Crawford and Ryan Garcia, saying that Terence can handle Garcia even in his sleep and that fight won't be for Garcia if it happens. He said, "One-way fight, man. You know all money ain't good money." In a recent tweet, Terence Crawford responded amicably to a statement made by Ryan Garcia regarding the state of the boxing industry. "In order to battle in the ring and support our sport and families, fighters must unite." The controversy surrounding Ryan Garcia's altercation with Devin Haney has kept it in the news. Prior to the fight, Ryan Garcia was observed smoking and drinking, and Terence Crawford responded respectfully to Garcia's candor. Crawford acknowledged that Garcia is being true to himself and not trying to hide who he is. He praised Garcia for having the guts to be open and honest, especially considering how many people look up to him.
He's living in his own truth. You know, he's not hiding behind the doors or hiding in a closet about who he really is. So he's comfortable with who he is, and he accepted who he is. And for him to come out and say that, it takes a lot of guts, because he knows a lot of people is looking up to him. A lot of people want to be him and so forth.
Ryan Garcia, who is now suspended for testing positive for a prohibited substance during his battle with Devin Haney, continues to agitate the boxing community with audacious remarks about his peers, frequently minimizing their accomplishments. In a statement addressed to Terence Crawford, Garcia stated that Crawford is his new target. Crawford is looking to face Canelo Alvarez in 2025, but the fight has not yet been announced. I've already given him a call. I believe he's merely attempting to start a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but I don't think it will occur. Garcia made fun of Crawford by claiming that he had never faced a fighter with his level of knockout power. He also hinted at a possible fight, emphasizing that if Crawford accepted, it would be his biggest payday. When asked if the unbeaten champion would accept the challenge, Garcia replied, "I did love to fight, but I don't think he's as good as people say. I did give him a beating." Ryan Garcia has referred to Terence Crawford as overhyped, claiming that his dissatisfaction stems from his perception that Crawford has not faced enough elite opponents despite his perfect record and numerous world titles.
You're overhyped, bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Just stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking.
Garcia has been criticizing Terence Crawford even before his fight with Devin Haney. The drama surrounding Garcia has included everything from his suspension due to a failed drug test to his heated exchanges with other athletes. His calls to Crawford, which frequently come across as personal and aggressive, remain a provoking a fight despite Crawford's focus on other rivals, he wrote in another tweet from April 12, 2024. In response to Ryan Garcia's most recent tweet from September 20th, CIB said, "I respect Crawford and what he has reached, wanting to kick his but just cost Terence." In response to claims that he has only faced bums or lower-tier fighters, Kofi emphasized the enormous impact he has had on the sport and boldly declared that his name will always be remembered in boxing history. Crawford wrote on his X handle, "And I did a lot to be fighting all bums, haters, and hate, but my name will forever be stamped in the history books." In another tweet, Crawford discussed how people today frequently seek attention through social media, implying that some fighters or individuals stir controversy simply for likes and online fame. He contrasted this with his own efforts to stay focused on his career and maintain a level of calm. "I just try to be cool, but nowadays people do stuff for attention and likes, like Ryan Garcia's last fight, which went with such big drama." Terence Crawford's last fight took place on August 3, 2024 against Israel Moff. Crawford won the bout by majority decision with scores of 116 billion, 112 million, 115,113, and 115,113. This victory earned him his fourth world title in a different class, making him a four-division world champion despite some challenges in the middle rounds. Crawford controlled the fight in the middle stages. His knowledge and sharp tactical skills helped him secure the win after going the distance for the first time since 2016, even at 37 years old. Crawford showed he's still a top fighter in boxing, adding to speculation about future big fights. The Turin Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. fight struggled to create substantial financial success through pay-per-view. The reported loss of over 10 million shows the challenges that even well-backed international boxing promotions face, especially when key players like Turki Alik are involved. The event's difficulty in drawing a bigger audience signals the inherent risks in promoting major boxing matches across global markets. Jeff Mayweather also touched on how fans reacted to Crawford's fight against Madoff, noting that many thought Crawford's punches weren't as powerful as they were in lower weight classes. Mayweather accepted that Crawford could still perform well against Canelo Alvarez if he prepared properly, but also pointed out that doubts arose after the fight. Despite these concerns, Mayweather stressed that taking risks is a crucial part of reaching greatness in boxing. He said, I think that if he prepares right for Canelo, he's going to do well, but the one thing is this: right now, after seeing this fight, a lot of people are going to think that he's not going to be able to beat Canelo, and he might not, but the thing is that's part of being great. You take risks." Chaz, the adult, gave his critical take on Terence Crawford's past efforts and the opponents he faced. According to Chaz, Crawford wasn't just skilled but talented and was physically bigger than most of the fighters in those categories, giving him an edge. He continued by saying that when Crawford went up to welterweight, his opposition wasn't as strong. Chaz stated that fighters Akel Brook were past their prime and Sean Porter had 1 foot out of boxing.
When he fought at the lower weight classes, he was definitely weight bully, and he was huge. He's not just talented, skillful, he was bigger than everybody, so pause. So you know that he was going to dominate everybody there. All right, everybody up to 140. Now 147 wasn't fighting much. Kell Brook, over the hill. Sean Porter, 1 foot out. And if you think that Errol Spence fight was the best Errol Spence you ever seen, you're fooling yourself just to give love for that fight. A lot of people aren't saying what we all really know. Errol Spence was washed, bruh. That Errol Spence that showed up against Crawford was washed. If you want to keep it real, it is.
While praising Terence Crawford as one of the greatest fighters of all time, JIS, the adult, acknowledged that Ryan Garcia had a point in some of his criticisms. He said that this reflects the current culture of boxing, where fighters frequently don't build a consistent record of high-quality wins. Shells pointed out that even Ryan Garcia's best victory against Devin Haney had some controversy surrounding it because of the fight's circumstances.
At the same time, Terence Bud Crawford is one of the greatest fighters of all time. But Ryan's right. Now, let me tell you why he's right. Because that's what fighters do today. That's the culture today. You want to know how I know? Ryan Garcia, what's your best win? Devin Haney, you pop fostering. You get what I'm saying? The one, you got an asterisk by your one great win. And that's Devin Haney, you pop fostering. You get what I'm.
You can look at Terence Crawford's career and come up with that logical case you don't want to give people that, he said, acknowledging that Crawford's career can be logically criticized due to the amount of opposition he's faced, which gives room for people like Garcia to make arguments against his greatness. Showbiz also mentioned that it's more common for fighters to have question marks around their best wins in the current boxing environment. Chaz then contrasted Crawford's career with those of iconic fighters like Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, and Floyd Mayweather, emphasizing that you cannot criticize such fighters in the same way because they were unquestionably the greatest fighters of their time. He added that even Floyd Mayweather, who is often scrutinized for his later career choices, fought almost everyone during his prime and didn't leave much room for doubt. He continued, you can't do that with Sugar Ray Robinson, Leonard, Hagler, or Ali. You can't even do that with Floyd Mayweather at the end of the day. He fought them all, bro, despite his one-year ban due to a failed drug test. Garcia remains a key figure in boxing and is already planning his 2025 return. He ruled out a rematch with Haney due to a legal dispute and instead set his sights on Crawford, describing him as boring and overrated and claiming he would beat the stuffing out of him. However, Garcia's suspension prevents him from fighting until April 2025, leaving fans to speculate if a showdown with Crawford is truly on the horizon. Terence Crawford recently discussed Ryan Garcia's opinions and the current state of boxing, hinting that there are numerous things he could say about Ryan but deciding not to. Crawford acknowledged that changes need to be made within the sport, suggesting that a shift in how boxing works is on the horizon.
It's a lot of things that I could say right now that I'm not going to say, but there's a change that need to be made in the sport of boxing. And I think that change is coming.
Terence Crawford has been actively pursuing a high-profile fight with Canelo Alvarez in order to secure a fight that would define his legacy and earn him a substantial salary. Crawford recently defeated Darrell Spence Jr., and Israel Madoff expressed his desire to fight, believing that such a fight would not only enhance his reputation but also significantly boost his earnings. However, talks have stalled due to financial disagreements. Canelo's team has set a high price for the fight, and the terms have apparently been a major factor preventing the fight.
Is this? Yesterday, they text me. They text me and say, we can talk about the fight in February with Crawford. Super Bowl, right? Yeah. They text me yesterday, and I say, look, I'm not gonna talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this fight. Look, I don't like the way he talk. And I'm not in this position because of any. I'm in this position. If he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way.
What was
I don't need it.
What didn't you like about how he approached? Like what was?
It's not the way to approach. It's not the way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody and I respect Turkey, but look, if he wants to work with me,
Even though Crawford is interested in pursuing this mega fight, Canelo's financial demands might be too high to make the fight possible at this time. Eric Roman pointed out that although Israel Madoff's unconventional style presented significant challenges for Crawford, he might find more opportunities in a fight against Canelo Alvarez due to Canelo's more traditional approach. Roman quickly clarified that this does not imply that Crawford would dominate Canelo, but rather that the fight would be competitive. Kay stressed that while an easy victory for Crawford is unlikely, a matchup between the two would undoubtedly be highly entertaining and closely contested.
Madrimov is so awkward, right? His herky-jerky, like bobblehead style, feinting and all that, like, that's a tough match for anybody. I mean, even I think Boots will have a hard time with Madrimov. I mean, he'll beat him, but I think a lot of these guys, Virgil Ortiz, I think they'll all have a hard time with Madrimov. People are not giving that guy enough credit. Canelo's more of a stand in front of you. Yeah, he has good head movement, but he's not like herky-jerky. He's gonna be there for you. And so, what did it show me? What did it prove to me? I mean, it proved to me that Bud will be competitive with him. Absolutely. You know what I mean? It didn't prove to me that Bud will, go in and annihilate Canelo. But I think it'll be a great fight. You know what I mean? I think it'll be a great fight. And I think that,
Crawford's urgency to win a fight with Canelo Alvarez has led him to take risks that may seem reckless after retiring and spending a year out of the ring. Crawford doesn't have the time to gradually work his way into the 154 pounds division with his sights set on a possible Canelo fight in 2025. His Excellency Turki Alek posted for a fight with Israel Madoff, and Crawford had little choice but to agree at this stage of his career with the Jan idleness working against him. Crawford is taking on tasks that a fighter his age, and with his recent inactivity would normally avoid battling Moth, is a step he must take to get closer to the cash reward of fighting Canelo. Joey Diaz added his view on NATO and said when he's in the ring, he's very complicated. You can watch a movie of Israel and give yourself an opinion, but it's totally different when you're in the ring with him. When you're in the ring with him, it's very difficult to move his unpredictable style and to make him a formidable opponent unlike anyone. Crawford has met, even among other Eastern European fighters, to further noted Matter's impressive sparring with Dimitri Bivol, saying, "I've seen him in the ring spar against Dimitri Bivol when he was getting ready for Canelo. I was amazed. This kid is 154 pounds and he's fighting a 175-pounder and he's doing great." Dan Rafael gave his take on the fight between Terence Crawford and Yancy Tsai that ended well in Crawford's favor. He expressed the excitement and importance of past historical fights that set a higher bar. Dan Rafael shifted attention to Tsai move into the 154 pounds division. Emphasizing his dominance and the reputation he brings into this weight class, he claimed that Crawford would likely be favored over anyone in the division, naming standout fighters like Fonda Tinu, Israel Madoff, and Jermall Charlo. Rafael said, "I think at 154 pounds Crawford would probably be the favorite against somebody in that weight class right now. Whether it's Fondura Tinu, MOV Charlo, name it, take any fighter in that category. And Crawford would likely be the favorite." He also touched on the energy surrounding the fight due to the title at stake, adding to the anticipation. Rafael showed his excitement, stating that they will put on a huge show and that it's an interesting battle with a title up for grabs. When I talk about Rafael, I get thrilled because I recall how experts were delighted with him when he made his debut and realized he had the potential to become a dominant player in the sport in the future.
The record, he's only got 10 wins, no losses, and a draw, so he's very green in terms of his professional career, but he was a top-notch amateur. I remember being at I can't remember if it was his professional debut or his second fight. They were already matching him with legitimate guys. They knew that this kid could move fairly quickly, like we've seen some of the other top amateurs that have come into boxing. They don't have to screw around with a whole bunch of 4-rounders and 6-rounders and that sort of thing. Fighters all develop at their own pace. They were okay to match him more aggressively. Size, there didn't look to be any kind of massive size.
Rafael also observed that there didn't seem to be any significant size difference between Crawford and Moff during their face-off, which may surprise some given the weight class change. Crawford and Moff are roughly the same size, and there didn't seem to be any mass or size difference. Lastly, Rafael praised Crawford as an extraordinary boxing talent, stating that his abilities put him in the running for the Hall of Fame and characterizing him as a generational kind of talent. Rafael pointed out that Crawford, at least before the fight, you had to look at him. He's like a Hall of Fame, generational sort of skill. Respected boxing trainer and expert Dave Coldwell discussed Israel MV's performance and emphasized Terence Crawford's big job. Coldwell emphasized the quality of competition Crawford will see as he advances in weight after witnessing MV's title-winning bout from ringside.
I was ringside when Madrimov won his last fight. That was for the title, wasn't it? That was his shot at the title. It was very good. I mean, I've seen him on TV, but you know, when you see him up close, I always soak up a little bit more when you see fighters up close. He's very, very good. Powerhouse, yes. Clever, yes. Boxing ability, yes. Crawford's going in right at the top level at 154. It's not like he's gone up another weight division and thought, you know what? I'll dab my toes at it. I've been out for a while. I'll just see how it is in these cool waters. He's gone straight.
Crawford's switch to a higher weight class was well addressed, emphasizing that despite his evident skill, he is still vulnerable to being struck, which could prove even more crucial at heavier weights. Coldwell said, "Let's not forget that Crawford does get hit. It's not like he's very secretive. He does get hit, and eventually you always think in the back of your mind that you started at lightweight, gone up. Eventually you're going to go up a level that's just a little bit too much. You know, is it this Saturday?" I'm not sure if Coldwell's observations highlight Crawford's abilities, but the additional difficulties of competing at a higher weight class might play a significant role in this contest. When discussing Terence Crawford, Joe Rogan and Bernard Hopkins praised him as one of the most thrilling fighters to watch in the sport. They both agreed that Crawford is an incredible switch hitter, with Hopkins even comparing him to Marvin Hagler in terms of his ability to switch stances successfully. They also acknowledged that Crawford made the right decisions to successfully promote and carry out his fight, demonstrating both technical brilliance and mental toughness.
Favorite guys to watch. Phenomenal. Best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler.
Yes.
You
We
know.
tried to promote that fight, and he had a choice like we all do, and he chose to do what he needed to do, and he was successful with it. Absolutely a technical, serious, mentally strong, and definitely can be around as long as he wants to.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, he's a bad man. And there's a good crop of people like
Bernard Hopkins talked about Ryan Garcia's style of fighting and how he thought Ryan would use his abilities. Hopkins reminded Ryan to keep his head down and stay vigilant instead of searching for something new after making a move, likening it to being a squirrel. Hopkins stated that he anticipated that Ryan will use all of his skills to the fullest during the fight, staying outside of range, staying outside of speed, not admiring your job, and not being the mouse with your head looking for something. Keep it down. Hopkins persisted in highlighting Ryan Garcia's strengths and advised him to maintain his composure and confidence in the ring. According to him, when he attempted to shoot out the other boxer out of confidence, he took the damage. Hopkins then observed how fighters may believe they are in control, only for Ryan to take advantage of their arrogance.
Ryan, when he said he's going to box him, he's not going to get into his emotions and try to show bravo like he's getting into a shootout.
Both fighters have advantages, but it's still unclear if Ryan's quickness and explosiveness can overcome Crawford's skill and experience. What do you think? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below and make sure to like this video. Ryan's strength and youth contrast with Crawford's talent and adaptability. Additionally, subscribe to receive updates on anything related to combat.